The divine story of Rishi Angiras, the ancient seer of the Rigveda and guardian of divine fire. Rishi Angiras is one of the greatest sages of the ancient Indian spiritual tradition, and he holds a prominent place in the Rigveda, the oldest of the Vedic texts. Angiras is associated with divine fire, Agni, the Vedic hymns, and the sacred rituals that form the foundation of Hindu cosmology and spiritual practices. His wisdom, spiritual practices, and contributions to the Vedic tradition are immense, and his life and teachings continue to inspire seekers of truth and knowledge. Let us delve into the divine story of Rishi Angiras, the seer who guided humanity through the wisdom of fire, light, and sacred knowledge. Birth and divine origins of Rishi Angiras. Rishi Angiras was born to the great sage Bhrigu and his wife Khyati, making him part of the Bhrigu lineage, one of the Saptarishis, 7 great sages. Angiras is often considered one of the Adi Rishis, the primordial sages who were the first to receive the divine knowledge passed down by the gods. Angiras' name is derived from the Sanskrit root Angira, meaning one who is brilliant or radiant. This name signifies his spiritual brilliance, which was reflected in his understanding of the Vedas and his deep connection with the element of fire, Agni. His association with Agni also symbolized the power of transformation and purification, as fire is both a creative and destructive force in the cosmos. Angiras and his contribution to the Rigveda. Rishi Angiras is credited with composing a significant portion of the Rigveda, especially the hymns dedicated to Agni, the god of fire. Agni holds a central place in Vedic ritual and cosmology, and Angiras' hymns celebrate the power and importance of fire as both a sacred entity and a transformative force. In the Rigveda, Agni is seen as the messenger of the gods, connecting the earthly realm with the divine, carrying the offerings made by humans to the heavens. The Agni Suktas, hymns dedicated to Agni, are some of the most revered texts in the Rigveda, and Angiras' contributions in this area are essential in understanding the Vedic worldview of the cosmic order. Through these hymns, Angiras emphasized the importance of fire in ritual worship, sacrifice, yajna, and the purification of the soul. He taught that Agni was not merely a physical element, but a symbol of divine presence that could purify and elevate human consciousness. The wisdom of Angiras, the seer of light. Rishi Angiras is not only known for his hymns, but also for his spiritual insight and wisdom. As a sage, he was deeply connected to the higher realms of consciousness and was capable of perceiving the subtle forces of the universe. Through his profound meditation and inner realization, he attained knowledge of the eternal truths that lie beyond the material world. Some key aspects of his wisdom include: 1. The concept of Agni, the divine fire. Angiras' teachings highlighted the importance of Agni as a symbol of divine energy, transformation, and illumination. Fire is seen as a medium through which humans can connect with the divine and purify their thoughts, actions, and lives. The wisdom of Agni teaches the practitioner how to turn the fire of the mind toward higher pursuits, leading to spiritual awakening and liberation. 2. The rituals of yajna, sacrifice. Angiras was a master of the Vedic sacrificial rites, known as yajnas. In Vedic traditions, sacrifices were not merely offerings to gods but symbolic acts that aligned human life with the divine order. Angiras taught that through selfless action and proper devotion, one could invoke divine blessings and maintain the harmony of the universe. The ritual of yajna also reflects the principle of self-purification. By offering one's material possessions and desires in the fire of sacrifice, one could purify the heart and mind, preparing them for a life of righteousness, dharma, and spiritual enlightenment. 3. The role of the seer Angiras as a teacher. Angiras was also known as a teacher and spiritual guide. He imparted his wisdom not only to kings and sages, but also to the people, guiding them in the path of righteousness and divine truth. His teachings emphasized the importance of truth, satya, knowledge, jnana, and devotion, bhakti, as the means to transcend the limitations of the material world. He was instrumental in spreading the Vedic knowledge to different parts of the world, helping to shape the spiritual landscape of ancient India. His influence as a teacher of divine knowledge and cosmic laws is still felt in modern spiritual traditions. Angiras and his connection with other sages. Angiras' teachings were not limited to his own hymns and rituals. He was also connected to a vast network of other great sages and seers, and his wisdom was passed down through generations. The role of Angiras in the Vedic tradition. Angiras was one of the most influential rishis in the Vedic tradition, and his hymns are found in both the Rigveda and the Atharva Veda. He played a key role in the development of the Vedic literature and the spiritual practices that were followed by the Aryans. The connection with other great sages. Angiras is often mentioned alongside other great sages, such as Vishwamitra, Vasishtha, and Atri, as part of the Vedic lineage. His wisdom was shared and taught by various disciples, some of whom went on to become influential teachers and founders of schools of philosophy and knowledge. Legacy of Rishi Angiras. Rishi Angiras' legacy is vast and profound. His teachings on fire, sacrifice, and spiritual illumination have inspired generations of spiritual seekers and practitioners. His contributions to the Rigveda continue to be the foundation of Vedic knowledge, rituals, and sacred practices. Key aspects of his legacy include: 1. Symbol of divine light. Angiras is seen as a symbol of divine light and wisdom. His association with Agni, the god of fire, reflects the illuminating power of knowledge that dispels the darkness of ignorance and leads to spiritual enlightenment. 2. Master of rituals and sacrifice. As a master of the Vedic rituals of yajna, Angiras' teachings on sacrifice have shaped the practices of fire rituals in Hinduism. His legacy continues to influence sacred rites performed in temples and homes, where the fire is considered a purifier and a means of connecting with the divine. 3. Teacher of cosmic wisdom. Rishi Angiras' wisdom continues to inspire those who seek to understand the mysteries of the universe and the divine forces at play. His teachings on the nature of fire, selfless action, and spiritual growth are timeless and continue to guide humanity in its quest for truth and enlightenment. The life and teachings of Rishi Angiras remind us of the transformative power of spiritual knowledge and the divine fire that exists within each of us. As a seer, teacher, and guardian of sacred wisdom, Angiras embodied the principles of illumination, self-purification, and spiritual growth. May his teachings continue to light our path and guide us toward a life of truth, light, and divine harmony.